Hey there, welcome to day 2185 of What's Up to Now. Every day I hop on due to my vision challenges, which I've had most of my life, but extensively since 2019. I have been doing, and actually since the year before that, I've been doing a daily journal of my journey as I transition from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business. And that's what this is, 2185 days in a row. I think I missed one day in 2019, actually. Christmas Day 2019, because I had COVID before COVID was a thing. And I just got off COVID again. It seems like Christmas time is the time that we get COVID in our family. We've only had it before it was a thing, and it really was a thing. Then just this last Christmas, the whole family went kind of through the whole family. I guess my son didn't get it and a couple of other family members, but for the most part, everybody got it. So I know some new version of it, but makes us miserable for a while, but now we're catching up again. I'm catching up again finally. Started to set up my new computer, got a computer for Christmas and hadn't even set it up until a couple of days ago. Not done yet, but I've started transitioning from one set of technology to another, which for some of us, when you're visually challenged, it takes a lot longer than the average person to get those kind of things done. So today we're talking about a couple of things in a couple of different groups that I lead. The first is an annual challenge. This year's challenge is the Let's Grow annual challenge. We're doing one thing every day to grow in different areas and aspects of our life. And the first part of that, this month, we've been looking at different frameworks for growth, different growth frameworks or growth processes. So I came up with yesterday a 7-step process, and it's a proposed process because I want to test it out before we actually roll it out and use it every month this year. Last year, we rolled out a goals process. We looked at like 15 or 20 different goal frameworks, and then we picked our own process, set it up, and then just started running with it. And I wish we had tested it for a couple of days, which is what we're going to do this weekend. We're testing it today and tomorrow for sure. And I'm going to get some feedback and tweaks on it to say, okay, does this feel like the right steps in the right order of our process? Because as we went through last year's goal process, there were just a couple of steps to me personally that I found myself switching around and doing in a different order. I would do one before I did another, even though they were part of our lined out process. And so before I commit it to cardboard graphics, like my backwards written life framework, I want to make sure that we've got the steps in the order that make the most sense. And again, we're going to trial and error it for the rest of the year and test it and tweak it. But I'd like us to start out with a better, more comfortable feeling version because we've tested it for a couple of days than just rolling it out and then going with it and figuring it out over the months as we actually applied it in our goal setting and in our life. This year we're doing one thing every day to grow. So how are we going to grow? Every month we'll go through the 7-step process for a specific area of our life: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution, communication, confidence. And maybe we'll do a business or career or business and career one. I think I might add a couple of more categories to specifically go and focus on growth for a couple of months. We'll see. The challenges, my annual challenges, kind of play out as the year progresses and the year plays out, and as we make progress in different areas and aspects of our life. So talked about that. So we've got a 7-step process. We're going to test it today. We're going to test it tomorrow, and then hopefully by Monday we'll feel comfortable with it and we'll roll it out. But if not, we'll test it for a couple more days too. That's the thing about being flexible and adaptable and doing an annual challenge. You don't have to do everything all at once. You can do little bitty things every day to create a massive impact by the end of the year. Our topic for Supersize Your Business today, our top 20 strategies, this is the 20th one, is leadership and vision. And I guess if I was doing this and putting them in an order of what strategies to implement first, this would probably be first, if not one of the first, if not the first one. We have to have a clear vision. We have to know where we're going. We have to know what we're creating and why we're creating it in order to communicate that to other people, in order to support and empower them to help us create that, as well as to adapt and change as the world around us changes and as competitors and suppliers and different things change, that depending on the type of business that we have, and so that we can keep up with them. But we have to have the overarching big picture vision of what it is we're creating, why are we creating it, who is it for, etc., before we can do any of these other business strategies. All right, that's all I've got today. I am going to go test and tweak the 7-step process. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, have a fantastic day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.